Hello and welcome to Round 3 Front 9 action of the 2024 Charleston Classic, presented by Innova Champion Disc and the Charleston Disc Golf Club. Film crew today is Vern Weygandt and Ryker West. On commentary we have Corey Addy, Erik Dahl, and Isaac Rodgers. On the card today we have Clay Edwards from Charlotte, North Carolina. Austin Turner from Mint Hill, North Carolina. Braeden Sides from North Augusta, South Carolina. And Martin Kneece from Jackson, South Carolina.
And we're back. The sack is back, baby. Hole 1, par 3, 361. Water on both sides. Spike hyzer. We got Clay Edwards right here on the tee. Let's start her up. Ka-chow.
Monster mash coming in, hits the post, don't go OB. Buddy's looking at a tester for just to start it out, and that is more than a tester.
Yeah, you can see on that roll there was a pretty good left to right all weekend. So just pushing discs out to the right more than you'd want it to.
Highest rated lefty in the world, unsigned at this point. Austin Turner coming up with the big old forehand. Let's see if he can get across that water, get close to the bucket. Doesn't like it. Turns out great though. Not sure what he was complaining about on the tee.
He wanted to be a little closer.
He wanted an ace. That guy Austin is all about the aces.
Currently also at 15 under par. Braeden Sides.
For all our viewers out there, we don't have Corey Addy on the lead card, unfortunately. Erik Dahl actually did play. How'd you finish up? No, don't tell us. So this is all raw and uncut. This looks a little yanked.
This is the first time we're all seeing this. Erik made cash. Don't worry, people.
Don't worry. Somebody's got to take last cash.
Lead card. Currently at 12 under par. Martin Kneece.
Fun thing about this is we have an all Carolina card right here, though. Martin taking no time.
That looks good.
Looks deep.
Little deep though. Little deep. That left to right wind just keeping things over there a little bit.
He's rocking the shades though. I kind of like it. I'm not really a shades guy. So we got Clay coming up. He's gonna have to navigate these trees if he wants to try and bang it. It banged something. Jeez Louise, right off the tree. I think
Basket's always in danger with him.
Now we're gonna be seeing a lot of runs, a lot of bids today. Everybody's coming for that title, Charleston King. So got some tap-ins to finish up here.
Austin finally gets his turn.
Yeah, hated it off the tee.
Terrible drive.
Terrible drive. Absolutely terrible. Just dunks it though. So we're going to jump into par 3, hole 2 right here. Push straight, just not too straight because you got to curve a little bit to the left. And there it is. Bing bong in the circle. Now you have OB on the left, you got deep woods on the right, you got OB long. You don't want to be in any of the mess. So you're looking to push something really straight for the hole is 362. You want to be straight for 360 of that.
You got to pull your pants up and go to work on this one.
Clay getting in a good position. If you're not parking it, you just don't want to have any trouble. I know yesterday he got into some danger with that OB, so good correction there. Just at least putting it down there nice and safe, giving him a safe bid at the 2.
Smooth. Ooh. Coming in just a little long.
Yeah, we've seen this course in some hard winds. We've seen this course play pretty good yesterday. Great conditions, and the players are just learning it even more so here on day 3 of the Charleston Classic. So
It's got to sit.
oh no, like I said, don't want to go too straight there. Martin, unfortunately, finding the OB.
Play right here with the long 2 bid. Oh, off the top. Martin putting his 3 after going OB.
That's got to sit again.
Oh,
Yeah.
my. I just need to hit metal right there.
That's tough on this hole. You just want to minimize the damage there.
Yeah, not the start Martin wanted, but he's got a lot of time to bounce back.
Smooth putt by Braeden. Here we go, AT up, collecting the bird if he can. It's like 23-ish feet. Jordan.
Ha.
Martin taking his meter. Probably just trying to get off this hole. I mean, you hate to get punished once, but to get punished twice with OB, the course draws first blood.
Austin with the big lefty backhand has the option to go high left on this hole, get over these trees early.
Yeah, you really just want to avoid this OB on the left, avoid the shrubbage on the right. Once again, you got like 315 to get past this like gap here and into an open field. But if you go too far straight, say about 410, then you're also OB. So really, really difficult tee shot, very precise, and you just gotta hope to get into a good position to approach the green.
Braeden opting with the backhand right here just to lightly move from left to right, hopefully just nestle up in the center of the fairway.
Yeah, great shot. Just played that flip up down the middle, playing it safe, giving himself a chance for a birdie approach.
Sounded like he caught some shrubbage.
Early release. Oh. Knocks OB.
Yeah, and this is worst case scenario for this hole because you still have so much room.
I couldn't tell you where Austin is right now.
Jumanji. I guess the field is to the left. And
I think so.
I think
he's
there
punching
used to be
out. And that's the green that we're punching. Okay, so Austin just found a backdoor route.
Wow, what an approach! That was surgical.
Yeah, great shot by Martin.
That was a dot.
This green is so touchy because you go OB long, it's just right there. I mean, with that creek.
At the mouth of the opening of the green, it's about 40 feet. and it's all sand, so it's tough to even get a step putt. You've got to be really confident with a standstill putt. Good little pitch out, be an easy par.
Yeah, but easy par from where he was, that's impressive.
Unreal scramble gang.
Okay. Clay with the par save. There it was.
Trying to go back.
Yeah, great up and down for Clay. Muy importante at this moment in time, too.
Hole 4, little tight gap, little shrubbery in front of the basket. You got to put it out there about 250, 260 with something pretty stable and just have it fall back in. Played as the easiest hole today on the course. Wind must have been a little down from yesterday.
Don't let it fool you. You have that blobby amoeba-like hazard that's just 5 feet away from the bucket.
And it plays uphill, guys. There's many variables that go into this hole that make it difficult.
Yeah, if you're not on your P's and Q's, you're not going to get this hole, even though it's the easiest. Like I mentioned, that hazard just right of the basket, I mean, that's what's keeping you from kind of going more over that pompous grass that we see right in the middle of the screen there.
Get lucky, get lucky. Come on, get over there.
Oh.
Yeah, good up. Clay wanting all of it. Connects. Man.
With a banger.
Braeden right in it. Turner looked like a zone off the tee. Easy bird.
That takes him to 3 for 3 on the day.
Already hole 5, and we're only 2 shots difference between the leader and third. So, I mean, we're in for a great round right now. Hole 5 though, par 4, just dead straight. Hit a gap, get in the middle. Sounds easy, not that easy. This entire road right here is safe. You just want to follow it all the way to the basket. Really and truly, it could be just putter, birdie. You can get aggressive if you want, though. So, looks like Braden's going to go with I think more of an understable buzz here, his beat-in buzz. Wants to get off that left side. Yep, gets the turn.
He's going to have a good little flex up into the green for his birdie.
Here comes Clay. I'm pretty sure that's going to be his Svea. I hope we're pronouncing that right, because that's what we're sticking with.
Looked like it leaked left.
Oh, but he gets a kick back out.
Right into the middle, too. I think that red stake right there is only going to play about 250 away. So, like I said, you can go whatever you feel confident hitting this gap with, and then just simple approach. Martin can be pinched. Turn over forehand, just catching that right side. I mean, this fairway is only 50 feet, 40, 50 feet in width, so you don't have a whole lot of room to work with.
Clay in a really good position here. Yeah, puts it right into the circle.
Flex forehand from the lefty AT. Is that yarn that Braden's been leaning on a good bit since last round? Martin's got up the fairway a good bit, even though he caught the right-hand cabbage. Decent bid. Good birdie right there from Clay. There we go, Austin.
Austin also cleaning up his birdie.
I think I said 3 for 3 when he was honestly 4 for 4, which, I mean, he's sort of torching right now. I mean, Braeden is right behind him. Don't bother me.
No, remember, because Austin missed hole 3, so big shout out to Brian Judson at Judson Contracting Services. Par 4, 500 feet. Sounds short, really technical shot because you got to push this back wall, which he does brilliantly. I'm not going to say that was lucky, but you got to push that back wall really close, and if you catch anything in there, you're kicking to jail because you got to get to the mouth in this corner in order to have a shot at the 3 here. Otherwise, you're just kind of pitching up to the corner and taking your medicine. Braeden with the buzz. Yeah, good. He's going to be short of that corner, though.
It's going to be a tough shot going into the green. It's got to be high. It's got to carry across. It's a hard dog leg right going down the end of this fairway, last quarter of this fairway.
Yeah, I've heard this one called the horseshoe hole before. It's you have an over bird's eye view. It's shaped just like a horseshoe, almost complete U.
Yeah, and you see that mando tree right there to the right. If that wasn't there, you could just shoot down another tunnel, and it could be a very difficult par 3. But because of that mando, I mean, we're forcing the fairway here. And it's a great shot. You don't really see it that often, of just a big, high turnover.
Erik, this hole has honestly been eagled a couple times, and you'd never guess how. With a flick harp.
Have you been a witness to this?
Greg has.
Wow.
Who commented or was commentating on round 1. Legend has it, it's been done multiple times. A flick harp down, and it just curls how it needs to, and it's just a good putt.
Yeah. Yeah, Greg throws this hole better than most. He's got this one dialed in.
Speaking of dialed in, Clay with the touchy up and down in between the trees and the gap right there.
He's not trying to putt on this hole.
Braeden following suit.
Taking that tough inside gap of that tree right there, that's a surgical shot that you've just got to hit that gap to keep it low instead of taking that high left flick gap.
Mm-hmm.
Austin with just a long jump putt approach there.
Martin trying to give that a bid from way downtown. Looks like it's just going to be some cleanups right here. I mean, really, really well played. You're not going to see it that well played very often, so. Yeah, just for reference, I mean, hole 6, it's coming in just a little bit over par today as well. So to see these 3 birdies, really well done.
Austin leading us off on hole 7 right here, 689 par 4. In my opinion, one of the better par 4s on the course. It's a great placement shot to a gangster approach over OB with a Mando. I mean, it sort of has everything, and you can attack it many different ways. He's going with the left-hand backhand. Braeden seems to be hitting it with a flick just to get it up and over and to the right.
Yeah, I think this is Braden's like more flippy destroyer, so he wants to get a little bit of distance because there's that Mando you have to contend with. So you want to push as far straight as possible, but still have that fade at the end. So great shot by Braeden because that Mando right there, just to approach the green, it can really trick you up.
Yeah, ideal landing zone right there. Play opting to go with the forehand as well.
He's really trying to play that back edge and get as far to the left side of that fairway as possible, so he's not necessarily contending with that Mando. Martin going with the backhand.
I'm kind of surprised to see Martin go backhand there. Honestly, he has a great forehand, but I mean, he ends up in a great spot. I think he really just wanted to bite off as much as he could chew. I mean, and maybe have more of a mid or putter into the green rather than a fairway driver. Because this green can get tricky. I mean, you have the OB River that runs right in front of it. That's the road, and you got to crash in right there, right where Clay was, because you got to avoid all those trees as well. So looks like Turner's going to be approaching with a backhand, maybe zone. It looks like, yeah, smashes. Avoids all the trees in the circle. Braeden with the Firebird. He's probably going to go a little bit higher up to the left and let it crash down. Really control the distance so it can be a little bit closer and not skip as much. So, yeah.
Ooh. Trying to tickle the chains right there, I see.
Yeah, and Martin wanted that. Looks like he's throwing that beat-in breaker from DGA into the green.
Looked like a little bit of a low release. I don't think it was the height he necessarily wanted.
Clay, man, he's all over it. I don't think we've seen him miss metal yet, so. Braeden sniffing blood in the water, collects. Turner, this could tie it up right here at the top. Ooh. Pressure was a little bit too much for the kid right there. You know he's going to be thinking about that one, but great birdie. Great birdie by Martin, though, coming in.
Way to bounce back for Martin, that's for sure. With a rough start to the round, I mean, getting a birdie under your belt or a couple under your belt can really kickstart it. Which takes us to hole 8, the tunnel shot right here. One of the shorter holes on the course. Pick your poison. We've got a Mando. We've got all OB on the left side. You've just got to hammer this gap and drive it slightly uphill, 260.
All right, going back to that breaker, just a little bit late. Can't tell if he made it past the Mando. I don't think he can tell either.
Forgot all about it.
I think that tree on the right's just short of it, so he'll probably be okay.
He'll probably still be contending with that Mando, though.
Yeah, he will.
Austin stepping up, knowing that his competitors, they haven't made the gap yet, really, to get up there. Great shot. I think that was an MVP putter. Again, this is before Austin is actually sponsored by Discraft. He was picked up in the off season, so he's kind of throwing an open bag here. You'll see some destroyers, some T-birds. That might have been a proxy there, actually, and flipping it up nicely to get to that park job.
This gap, no joke. I mean, so that was a fantastic tee shot, getting all the way up into the bucket.
Clay going back to the Svea. Oof.
Martin does stay in, but yeah, still contending with that Mando.
There's actually OB on the right side as well. I mean, this course has some teeth. Even though it's just 260, it is still no joke. Clay looking like he actually made the Mando. He's going outside left just to crash in right on the basket.
Fun little backstory. They actually put the Mando up on this hole because of this guy right here. I used to play this hole out to the left into the field on a low skip line, and Greg
that
decided
lefty
to make
line.
this Mando. Yep.
Lefty skipper line.
Another fun story, I aced it when it was at 220, and so Greg then backed it up.
So we both take responsibility for making this hole much more difficult.
We apologize to the viewers. I don't know if we've said it, but I think that Buck Branch is a must-play in South Carolina.
Oh, absolutely must play. It is a gem. Hole 9 here, par 3. You got options. You can chip, collect the par, or you can go big hyzer down the middle. If you're a lefty here, looks like Austin is electing for that and getting right in the circle. Great shot. If you're right-handed, you can swing it out wide to the right, really kind of caressing the tree line.
I'm curious to Clay's play this round if he's going to go back to his Island Boy play from round 2.
Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, I think he executed it well on round 2. Just a little mishap on the putt, but we got Braeden right there across the tree line and coming nice. Well done.
That was sweet. That was sick. Hit him with it. That's a dot.
Whittam hit it, Braeden said, and that was a absolute park job. A little better of a skip, and that could have been right in the bucket. Looks like Martin's lining up that right side, just hammering away. Ka-chow. And looks like the tree's got him. Pushed it too far straight.
Caught that right side, dropped it straight down.
Yeah, it's a tough hole because a lot of times you're going to be dealing with a headwind. So your natural inclination is put more hyzer on it, but you also know you have to push the distance, and so you want to hit it flat. And so I think Martin just got a little bit stuck in between shots there. Clay, chipping.
Chip.
We actually get to see the drop zone this round, and as you can tell, you've got to compete with a gap and still throw it. Still a full throw at about 280.
But also there's trees coming to play for that hyzer. because you either got to go inside of them or over them, so it makes the shot kind of an in-between shot. Clay learning a lesson from yesterday, putting it a little bit closer.
Let's see if Austin can create a little bit more distance. He's had a great start. At 9. Great putt. Confident stroke. We got more golf to go to.
Clay connects. Clay's golfing right now.
Good on Clay for sticking to his game plan. I think that's one thing that more amateur disc golfers would overlook. They'd see that they're down, they'd get a little overly aggressive, and it'd bite them in the butt.
Yeah, finishing out our front 9, we got Austin Turner, minus 22, leading Braeden by 1, and then Clay Edwards. Not the best front 9, but still in it. We'll see on the back.